Hi. Okay, quick intro. This video will be all about how to train people how to treat you in your sales and in your recruiting. Okay, so let's address, hello, good morning, good afternoon. Let's address the comment right here. Is there a way that I can make this smaller? Oh, I can't make it smaller. Dag nabbit. It's fine, stop sharing. Basically, what this girl asked was, she's with Monat, our fellow, sister social selling company for all of us. I don't care who you're with, but her concern is likely your concern. She has no issue selling the product, which I think that's a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys sell just fine. You sell your product just fine, but she's like, she's like, I really want to make a difference. Like, I feel ready to lead. So today's training, you'll maybe need to hop off if this does not apply to you, is for the woman that wants to begin leading a team, but she's like, so I'm going to back engineer things that I would do if I were you and I felt ready to lead a team, but a little bit overwhelmed with it and not sure why no one was joining me. So many of you guys know that there are basically two ways to grow a team. One is attraction marketing, and honestly, that's what most of you guys want. You are hoping that you will share a boomerang of a Zoom call that you're on. You're hoping that someone is watching your content and they're just like, oh, I just want to join her. And they just almost like in a fangirl way. And the issue I have with that method is that's how a lot of top leaders in most companies, they attract those people in. And quite frankly, that does happen for me right now, but it's not how most of us start, okay? Unless you're highly influential, unless you're already a Instagram influencer with a large following, unless you have the backbone of social selling of 20 years, you don't have the relationship equity to merit that luxury of people joining you just because you go live and you talk like, and you look like you're having a good time on your Zoom calls, okay? So I often like to pull back the curtain and let you guys talk, like let you guys see what I did to intentionally grow a business, because attraction marketing is lovely, but it's a luxury that most of us that want to build, like this girl at Monat wants to build, she can't have. Like, you can't just follow all the top earners and be like, they're not doing that. So like Catherine said from the Guide Culture School, what did she say the other day? She had said something really impactful. She says, sometimes it's a bad thing for us to ask someone business advice that is way too far ahead of us. Meaning, I had a lot of questions come through, the questions about, what do you do on a day-to-day basis? That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant for my target audience. I mean, unless you come to my DMs and you're like, Jackie, I have a team size the same as yours, and I'm selling the same amount of product that you're selling a month, and all of this, like, it doesn't, for the most part, I should not be disclosing what I do on a day-to-day basis, because that's going to overwhelm you. So Catherine from the Guide Culture School on our Tuesday night call talked about that sometimes it's not a good idea to ask someone who's really, maybe in her chapter 25, what she's doing. So I want to dumb it down. All right, I'm babbling. Oh, you guys know I babble. So if I was trying to recruit and build a team, I would be really intentional about it. I wouldn't necessarily rely on attraction marketing and just being like, watch me or join me, like all that. I would be really intentional. And for me, I learned this years ago from Ray Higdon, and I still find his training relevant. Like, I like Ray. I love me some Kristen Boss. I love me Bob Heilig. I love me like Melanie Mitchell, like all the modern day social seller people, Colleen, like all of them are freaking awesome. And Ray, I feel like, Ray is who I followed in the beginning, like back in 2015, 16 maybe. Like, his concepts, I just love how to the point he is. And maybe some of you guys will listen to his stuff and be like, wow, he's abrasive. He is. But one thing I learned from him is just to come out and ask people. This girl was like, I don't want to do a hey girl message. To me, hey girl message starts with, your hair is so pretty, your family's so cute, I love your vibe. And to me, if I was this gal at Monat she had said that she has no issues with lots of customers, to me, I would just ask them. Like, I wouldn't feel the need to like go in and like compliment their kids, say how cute they are, and blah, 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 blah. Like, I appreciate a message that isn't a bunch of fluff. I appreciate a message that is like, look, I am just going to come out here and ask it. you've been on my mind. I've thought of you from day one. Why aren't you doing this with me? Like, I want to send you some information about what it is that I do to see if it's a fit. I prefer that message 1,000 times over the 4 voice notes and the long message complimenting how pretty my hair is and all this stuff. So that's something I learned from Ray Higdon is he's just like, go out and just ask instead of like dancing around it, because all of us know when that message is coming, when you're like, hey, how are you? Because we hear this, right? You need conversations. We do. And I just told my artist this last night on my call that we need conversations. So I feel like there's a T-chart. I feel like there's 2 categories of conversations that as social sellers we should be having. There's the unattached conversation. There's like, it's like the, hey, I'm a mother freaking human. Like, first, like I'm normal first. Like, I want to link you this necklace before we ever discuss you buying Saint from me. Like, I want to like tell you guys about this shirt that I got from Buckle and how freaking comfy it is and you can't see my rolls in it before all of that. And so I'm going to talk to you in my DMs like a normal human. So I feel like when social selling coaches say you need more conversations, I don't necessarily think that they're saying you need to like go in and ask more people and recruit more people and cold message the hell out of everyone. I think there is a whole thing, and again, going back to Catherine's training, if you guys did not watch Catherine's training, I will link it again. What did she freaking say? She said that like there's this whole thing about sales, that sales is not this is completely Catherine's words over at the Guide Culture, so no one quote me. Sales is not an event, it's a process. So I feel like, you know, the content where we show up and we link our jeans and we talk about our kid not sleeping through the night, and then we turn around and be like, have you guys been through this? Like, that's a necessary conversation and a piece of type of content that we should be having on our Instagram stories, that we should be having on our live videos in your VIP customer groups, and you know, on your Facebook page, like making regular posts, creating content that creates conversations without this huge attachment to, are they gonna, now can I send them my hair quiz? Now can I recruit them? Like, that is the weirdest shit. You guys know that that is literally the crap you hate. So there is that side of the T-chart, which is just being a normal human on social media. However, you can't skip this side, which is if you have 150 customers, have you asked them if you genuinely think that they would be a fit? Not with like this, like, let me butter them up for a couple of days and compliment their kids and then go in and voice message them. To me, just go ask them. And I asked some of my artists last night that are social sellers. One of them, she's so sweet. I doubt she's on right now, but she's a sweet girl. She's like an Enneagram 2. And I said, Megan, like, does that feel weird to you to like not butter someone up, but just to be straightforward? And she's like, yeah, as someone that is sweet and kind and whatever, and maybe you're sweet and kind and whatever, that even straightforward asking is better than the dance around 2-day little weird back and forth. I love your outfit. Now I'm going to send you 4 voice messages on my comp plan. Versus just being like, are you interested? Because I've been thinking of you. Like, I think that you would be a freaking fabulous fit, and I want to send you some information if you're open to it. If not, no big deal. Move on. So to my friend at Monat, like, why aren't you doing that? Like, to me, that's a conversation that you could have with 10 or so people that you genuinely think would be a good fit, that are on your VIP reorder list or whatever, that might change your business. But it's something that you keep thinking about over and over again, like every single day. And that's the other thing that we also should address in the room right now, is that oftentimes it's your exhausting thoughts that are exhausting you, not necessarily your social selling business. So let's stop scapegoating that you're exhausted by Instagram or you're exhausted by your, you know, social selling, when really it's like you're exhausted because you've been thinking about building a team for 6 months and you haven't done it. You haven't done a thing about it. I'm not saying that to the Monat girl, but I am just saying that, like, oftentimes that's what it is. We're so exhausted about like the what if, but you never actually take the action to just go do it. Like, you could have a conversation in the next hour that could change your business, but we're going to think about it some more. Let's think about it till December. So my advice is to just take the action, look at it like a T-chart, that there are people that you could just genuinely ask. Now, you guys know it's pukey, disgusting, weird to cold message people about your opportunity. I find that that's completely inappropriate, not something that I would encourage you to do. But what's equally inappropriate to me is being cryptic AF about your opportunity, being like, watch me or join me. Oh my gosh, this company changed my life. Colleen actually did a post on this 2 or 3 days ago. Love Colleen. Are you guys following No Shame Sales Game? Give me some hearts for Colleen. She is the spiciest social selling leader out there right now. And she did a post saying that like we oftentimes look like we are in a cult because of how I feel, because of how cryptic we are about our opportunity. You know, I need to stay on track. I'm getting a little lightheaded though because I haven't eaten. But she says, when you are so cryptic about like, this company has just changed my life, I have issues with that. I love when you guys are excited at events. In fact, I love actually seeing from so many of my friends, them amp up their energy on their content when they attend an event, whether that's a local event, they met their leader, they went to their company event, they went to a regional event. Like, I love seeing it in you guys, like, turn it up the heat. But what I would avoid is, this company changed my life, boomerang, but being like, turn around that camera, grab your phone. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys know, most of you guys don't know, but I'm with Arbonne, and basically Arbonne's been around for 30 years, and they have an unmatched product line of XYZ, vegan, blah, blah, blah. And basically I ran into this product, blah, 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 and I loved it. And so I decided to be a part of it. They have this whole compensation plan set up for people that want to share this product. So that's what I've actually been doing. I signed on with them in January. Give context, you guys. When you are cryptic is crap. So to my friend at Monat, I don't know if you're cryptic is crap, but you might be. You might be. It might not be clear as day. Have you said to my Monat friend that wants to build a team that sells the product, no problem. Have you said point blank that you have 2 spots this month open to mentor someone, to show them how they can be successful with you, with partnering with you? And have you shown them maybe some systems that you have? Have you gone through the FAQ? You know what I'm saying? So oftentimes we are more cryptic than we are clear when it comes to either sales or recruiting, which are basically both sales. So my biggest advice to most social sellers is, whether you're trying to sell your product or your opportunity, you need to be clear. You need to come out and say it. What do I always tell you guys? It's the Michael Scott line. Talk to me like I'm 5 years old, when Oscar's trying to explain to him the overage thing. You guys need to hear that. That if you want more color matches, if you want more people to fill out your quiz, you want more people to get on auto ship or whatever, are you telling them how to treat you? Are you telling people, I can show you the ropes in this business, and here are the ways why, on your Instagram stories, in your conversations, in your live videos, XYZ. So clarity will help you not seem so much like a cultish, cryptic member of an MLM. Talk to people, let them know. Because your random ass boomerangs and your really like your weird stuff isn't doing it. That's why, you're supposed to get on live video and sweat it up and get real with them. So how do you feel confident in building a team if you haven't sold a lot of your product? So that is also, it's just absolutely a myth. Absolutely. Because to me, if it's there, like, to me, it's just like, if I know it's there and it's something for me to like take part in, like, I'm going to share about it. Like, some of you guys might know this about me. When I first signed up for Saint, I was not a great seller, but within my first like 24 hours of being a Saint artist, I had a team of 4. So it's a myth, Brandy, that you have to like first sell your product and then be able to do that, because it's basically like, if it's available to me, if I know it's possible, which I did, I had consumed so much about network marketing and social selling that I knew this model worked. So I had no issue selling that, being like, do this with me. Like, this is going to be rad. But I feel like, Brandy, it's all about training your people how to treat you. Just letting them know. Like, it's the same, like if you wanted to sell more of your product, you would explain to them, you would go through the ins and outs of it, of like, here's what this does, and here's some before and afters, and here's how it works. Let me show you how to troubleshoot. And then being like, by the way, there's this whole other aspect of my company, which is you can partner with me, and here's how it works. Here's my team systems. Like, I feel like many of us are waiting for me to come to your house and ready to team build. That's never going to happen. The CEO of your company is not coming to W. Your upline isn't coming to your house to W. Hey, J.K. Murray, you're now ready to be a team builder. You train people how to treat you, not your upline, not your back office saying, okay, you've now reached $10,000 in sales, you're allowed to recruit now. No, like, we are 1099. You decide. So, which is again, like you decide if you're gonna be, done exhausting yourself with thoughts on it. So the confidence comes by doing. The confidence comes by doing. The confidence comes by speaking it into existence, by letting people know. So the other thing, if you guys notice, I've been really careful to not really talk. Number one, I don't talk my income. I don't bring up my income. I don't bring up often how much I'm selling of my product. I don't bring up often how big my team size is. I don't bring up often any of those things, because number one, I feel like I'm trying to model for social sellers. You don't have to do that. I don't have to puff up my chest and my big ego so that I get respect from other people so that they join me. I am doing the same things that I would be doing if I was a brand new rep in my company that was, selling a couple $100s worth of my product, which is I show up, I'm passionate about it, I'm passionate about my product, I'm passionate about my comp plan and that people can partner with me, and I let them know that it's available. I'm clear as day when I'm like, yes, I'm onboarding new people. If you are interested, slide the bar. I'm asking my customers that I think would be a good fit. All of that is stuff that I could do, Brandy, with or without all of my technical stats that I have. So it's about dubbing yourself ready today, okay? All right, what other additional questions do you guys have? I want to be able to answer them, but what did you say, my sweet friend? What were you talking about? What if we asked all our customers, who do we speak to? That's a good question, Taylor. So Taylor, if that is you, then you need to be doing content that does put you out there in front of more people. So if you have asked all of your customers, collaboration is where I would look. I would look to collaborate with someone locally in another company. Who to speak to? Yeah, so Taylor, I'm answering your question right now. Sorry, there's a lag. I would be looking to collaborate with other people. I would be doing vendor events. I would be doing any sort of other collaborating that I could do. Like I would buy red aspen nails from someone else, and then I would shout her out and she could shout me out. Her and I could run a giveaway together. My ass would be on the T app. TikTok, my ass would be over there, and I would be repurposing all my stuff to Facebook Reels. I would be making sure that my live videos that I'm doing are on my public Facebook page, not just all on Instagram. I fear some of us on this right now throw all of your eggs in one basket. Mandy Emerson did a post yesterday that she said, you're doing yourself a disservice if your whole entire content strategy involves just this app. That there is so much more. There is email lists, there is collaborating, there is in-person stuff, Taylor. Like you just need to grow your circle and and maybe focus back on your personal sales so that you have people to share it with, right? So, and I'm not saying here, Taylor, that you can only ask customers, because that's not true. I've asked other people that were not consumers of my product to do this with me, but they were people that I had relationship equity with. Does that make sense? So you can always go and ask people outside of your customer base too, but you need to ensure that it is not a cold reach out. So I personally, for all of you guys, ask your customers, make it abundantly clear. There's also, I'm not saying not to do attraction marketing with it, because for all of us, whatever you guys sell, at the bottom of each of your customer emails that you send out once a month or whatever, you can always put a PS. I've been with this company for X amount of years. I am looking to mentor two people in November. And if you would like some more information on that, respond back to this email, me, and I'll send you information on it. Those are more subtle ways that aren't so direct asks, but it's like breadcrumbs. It's like a little bit more attraction marketing. And I feel like all of us could do that too. Those little PSs of yeah, you can do this with me. Okay. Let's see here. I lost your question. Any advice on just starting as a new rep? Well, yeah, Katie Moore. Katie, I love you. Big hearts for you, but I don't know what you're saying. Wait, let's just start here, Katie. Katie, you need to know what you want to do. You need to get clear on what you're trying to do. And I feel like that's the biggest mistake that I see a lot of social sellers doing. You have joined the cool kid club. You are cigarette hanging out of your mouth. You're oh, I'll just see where this goes. You're literally treating it like a lottery ticket. And you're just kind of I'll see where it goes, which is fine. And I feel like some people do some people want to do that. They don't want to talk about their goals because it's embarrassing. You're I don't want to be vulnerable. But Katie, I would get clear on the amount of money that you're trying to earn. I would get clear on what systems are available to you. I would get clear on, asking your leader, hey, I want to make this amount. What would you suggest that I do? I would take a look at your onboarding process and get to work doing that. Because that's the other thing too, is most of my artists know this too that work with me, is that you see me in my chapter 25. I absolutely make sales from my content. But when I start out a brand new artist who doesn't have a ton of relationship equity, and when she tells me how much she wants to earn, we go over, hey, it's probably going to be Facebook. We're going to get started on Facebook. And then we're going to do these 3 steps. And then once you've done that, then we'll back engineer a plan at your 60-day mark. Like I just sent out a link to my artists that followed those instructions since June. And they are all, now we're going to do like a 60-day check-in. You know what I mean? So, Katie, define what you want. What do you want? What do you want? The notebook. And then back engineer that. Okay? Yeah, I'll save this live. Okay. And then let's see here. Joining next year in March. Okay, sorry. Kind of the just starting. So much info. It's over. What are the top 3 things to keep when just starting? I'm going to be honest, I feel a little bit uncomfortable because I'm noticing there's a lot of Saint artists on right now, and I don't want to give conflicting advice. So I am not going to tell you guys like what I would tell you to do, because I want you guys to go back to your mentors, your actual Saint mentor, and be respectful of what her onboarding process is. The last thing I want to do is make it seem confusing and like you listen to me and then you're not listening to her, because actually, oftentimes she has simple steps for you to follow. And I have the same thing too. So no one has like better information over the other. I would just turn you back to your leader and be like, go ask her what her top 3 things that she would have you do. Because I don't want to be like, that's just disrespectful. You know what I mean? Like where I'm like, do what I say. So, however, if there's anyone here on with like Arbonne or Scentsy or any of you guys, like, yeah, if you don't have enough line, like I'm happy to provide that for you guys. But I do get a little bit uncomfortable because when it comes to just my company, because I don't want to be that leader that's like giving, egotistical advice. If that makes sense. So anyways, all right, guys, I hope that this was helpful on teaching you how to show up and train people how to treat you. Be specific. Start your live videos out when you're talking about your product. Slip it right in there. Hey, I'm Jackie Richards. I'm going to show you guys how to make this Arbonne Glow drink. I love it. It's been awesome. But before I get started, I'm going to let you know that I've been partnered with this company for X amount of years, and I'm accepting 2 new mentor spots for anyone that also wants to know how they can make money sharing a product that they love in the health and wellness industry. Do you see how that sounds? And then you go into whatever it may be. Small tweaks. Train people to think of you as a mentor. Let your customers know in emails. Let your customers know in a direct ask that you are looking to work with them. That is what I would absolutely encourage you guys to do that are trying to build a team. Okay, guys, have a great day. I'll see you later.